On the defense to kick things off, it's going to be Immortals. We'll see if they have what it takes to stop the juggernaut that has been TSM. For a retake, we've already got Dicey, who's up in heaven, taking shots from the shot dart. Flash around the corner doesn't work out. This is a fantastic retake coming in from Immortals. It's down to just one. It's the Brim. Locked behind the smoke. FaZe goes down a flawless round after losing control of the site. That is not exactly what you would expect to see, given the way that TSM got site control so easily. Up outside of garage doors. And that's where Asuna's going to lock things down. He's got the SMG, hot hands to go in as well to try and keep them at bay. And look how well it's working out. Sabrosa wanders into the flames and loses his life as a result. The shot's finally going to connect, but it was after a 3K already came through for Asuna. Hayes picks him off with the classic. And now he's going to take some shots of his own through the wall from the Bulldog. It's down to 44 HP for him. The Cypher currently over in mid. That's Cutler. Can the two vets try to fight their way out of this one?
At a minimum, they want to try and make this a little bit more costly.
Over in garage, but there's no trip on longs. They've managed to make it up long. Kohler goes for the jump peek, spots him. Now he's got to be careful. There's the tripwire going down. Through the cyber cage, they go with the flash. Flawless play coming in from a TSM to take control of the site. Asuna's got to do a little bit to help, but he's too far into the garage to really do much. Sabrosa's going to find one more as well through the smoke. That is brutal, and that's going to make the retake that much harder for Immortals.
Looks like he wants a little bit more. Doesn't have any utility left, but he's just going to be waiting on the edge of this smoke. Flames down on the floor, and an easy kill onto Dicey's as well. This round is looking all but done, but for the defenders, it is worth trying to retrieve maybe a weapon or two. Peek out from Sabrosa. I have to say, the idea of him playing Phoenix definitely excites me a little more.
For a free spike plan.
They've done a good job at finding the holes in the defense over the last few rounds. The smoke's going to fade, so Brosa's holding. First one's all too easy. The curveball around the corner to leave anybody else blind. And a second for him already, seeming on form today. There is, however, a trade back to keep it into a 3 versus 4. No ultimates available for anybody except the dead Sabrosa, so this should be a relatively easy cleanup. And Hayes is going to mow down all 3. Scoreline equalized. The early start from Immortals is gone. And I imagine their finances are in a similar spot. But it doesn't really matter. They've got the afterplant positions. We'll see if they can do any extra damage, especially with that extra rifle.
Yeah, the ult came through, but he didn't see them. He only heard them. He knew they were making their way onto the site. Then the spike gets planted momentarily thereafter. Nice bait peek coming out. Wardell actually doesn't jump back, just jumps in position. Manages to survive for just a bit. There's players backing him up right around the corner, and that's Cutler to get onto the scoreboard here. The last remaining target is going to be Gangsta, who's in spawn right now with the Phantom that was picked up off the body of Sabrosa for TSM. Given the sheer presence coming in from Immortals on the site, there's the ult being popped from 2. It was Asuna to pop his. As the orbital strike came through, Dicey's going to get 1, but then it's 2 kills coming in from TSM by way of Wardell and 1 other. Asuna tries to go through the cyber cage with the ult, doesn't work out so well. Ult's being popped on both sides by the Jet. The knive's going to come out. Wardell switches back to the up though. There's the high-flying moves from Dicey, but it doesn't matter. Wardell just doesn't miss. Hayes will get the last one on the round. It's 4 in a row for TSM.
Going to see some pistols invested into in this round. I have really been liking the aggressive stacks and pushes that we have seen coming out of Immortals, and this should net them. They've used both flashes just to try and catch up Wardell. How is he still alive? It's the saving grace that seems to be Cutler. He kept him going in this round, and that will be a 5-2 and a clean one at that. The rest of the team are going back.
Tripwire destroyed.
There's the run it back ult being popped by the Phoenix. Through garage he goes. Oh, that's a big miss from Dicey. Has to be careful as the pulses are coming out from drone as well. There's the orbital strike being sent out onto the site. And it results in a 3-on-3. Wardell, nice shot straight to the belly of JC Stanley. Follow-up not going to be where it needs to be. They have not yet gotten the spike down as it's chaos on the site. We do have Gangsta here in a 1-on-3 as TSM guarantees the spike plant and sets up for the post.
3-on-1, and well, the one is gone very quickly indeed. It is going to be Drone to finish off his trifecta, an 8-2 scoreline. TSM
Shrug off. I think there's still an opportunity here, but with TSM playing the way they're playing right now, confidence is overflowing, and you can see it in the way that Sabrosa just easily takes that beam site. Nothing can be done to stop this. Asuna's going to try and charge in there, does the best that he can with the ult. The spike was going to be planted, curveball going down. Wardell says, that's cute and all, but I'm here. It's Dicey in the 1-on-3, picks off the first target. That's Wardell. His counterpart goes with the updraft on top of the big box, drops down, spots the barrel of Sabrosa, and now it's down to the 1-on-1. He's also got the ult, but there's the so difficult to deal with Molly coming in from the brim. As Dicey goes through the smoke to dodge around it, doesn't realize that FaZe, again, with that 500 IQ flank coming in on the backside of this play, continues to focus the wrong direction, and FaZe is there with a tactical crouch to close things out. 9 rounds for TSM.
There's 3 ultimates on the other side, but realistically, 2 of them only gain information. That's all you can expect from both Omen and the Cypher, and well, Omen's already dead, so there won't be a chance to use it. We are going to see the Blaze Storm popped, and well, there's another one on the other side, and Wardell's just done it slightly better. Sabrosa closes the round, and I'll be honest, Bok, that's one of the most dominant halves I think I've ever seen in Valorant.
Switch sides, Dicey leading the charge as they push on A. This could be a problem. Look at the curveball coming out. That is brutal as TSM punishes on the push. As great as their pistol round was in the first half, TSM tries to match it, and it's down to just 1 on Immortal's side. Drone's gonna get the 4K on the round. Again, a silent performer in the first act, but turns things around after the intermission by picking up a huge pistol round 4K.
That's fair. I don't mind if you don't think that good. Okay.
Hey,
you're
Tom,
not
we're
my
basically
target
twins
audience.
with the bald heads. We're fine, so it's okay.
There's self-depreciative jokes, is basically what I'm saying. Okay. This will be a time to wake up. Asuna's come in with the Sheriff and found a couple of kills. It's going to give them the spike plant as well. And in fact, more importantly, Dices has himself a rifle.
Nice shooting as well, coming in from the pistols, but FaZe again trying to stomp that one out. This is a promising look from Immortals. Wardell coming through with the Judge. Long range. Not able to pick up that first target, but it's FaZe again, still battling it out with the Bulldog. He's found 3 on the round, and now it's all up to Kohler. He's spamming, looking for the lineup with the Sheriff. Goes for the fresh mag, not going to work out so well for him. FaZe finding 4 on the round. 12 now on the board for TSM.
And it's left all onto Cutler. It would be one hell of a way to end the match as he almost manages to get a second kill. They're left completely blind by the curveball, but he'll get the second nonetheless. And the remaining players are desperately low. There's a real chance that Cutler will do this, but they are now with the knowledge of exactly where he is. The recon bolt gives everything away, and he's still unaware of at least where one of the remaining players is. He's seen where all of the utility's coming from, but the main problem is, could the Jet have moved off the spike plant? And he's just having to clear absolutely everything. He gets one through the wall, not quite enough though. That was ridiculously close from Cutler, and a nice attempt in the 1 versus 4.
As Wardell has picked it up as the Jet is going to go ahead and pop the ult as well. Doesn't need a gun if he's got the blades out. Asuna running it back onto the C site. FaZe taken out inside the smoke. Asuna's going to continue the advance towards the B site. Doesn't necessarily get far enough out. There's the Hunter's Fury firing off towards the C site. But the spike will still be planted in just a moment. It's going to be a 4-on-4, but you've still got Wardell ready with the knives out to slice and dice Immortals into millions of tiny little pieces. Smoke goes down on long. And now it's up to him and Sabrosa coming through from Garage to try to make the difference. Sabrosa taken out quickly. There's Wardell, though, with the knives. Not able to do much. Asuna's found 4 on the round. You know he wants the ace, and it's down to him in the 1v1 against Drone. He's got to be careful. The aim shaken. But he's backing off as he understands the spike is planted for him. Drone right around the corner. And there it is, the ace coming in for Asuna. A big round from Immortals. Here comes the ult as well from Asuna over on the C site. Feels like it wasn't that long ago that he did this before. There's one inside the dark cover. That'll be FaZe as the ult gets popped as well. FaZe finds 2. First, it's the ult to take down Asuna, where he popped his run it back, and a follow-up with the rifle. Wardell getting one with the off as well over on C. And it all falls down onto 2 as Kohler, trying to do what he can, picks off Sabrosa. but there's a target holding down the flank. It's Cutler. Cutler has to be careful not to overextend, but in that time, it doesn't matter. Wardell with the peek onto Dicey, puts everything onto Kohler's back. A 1-on-4, fighting for map number 1. Kohler gets a nice shot onto Cutler, but it's likely to end here as Wardell hits one through the wall. Take a seat, Immortals. TSM takes map number 1, 13-5. Despite the fact that we watched them lose last night to Gen G 15-13 in a crazy good overtime game. We'll see if they can stop TSM here, and it's not starting off well. Wardell locking things down on lane as the Jet. 2 quick shots coming out from him, but Cutler and Wardell both fall on the take, so JC standing with some nice pickups. Gets them spike plant and site control. We'll see what they can do with it.
That was almost like a 180 shot onto the second as well. Great work from him. The peek's out, though. This is a risky angle to take, and well, the curveball wasn't even needed for this to get closed out. A great start once again from the side of TSM. Rebuy won't be ideal. Nice use of the shock dart, though. Gonna take a nasty tag, and in fact, they're actually gonna go aggressive. I like this. Utilize that one rifle. They know there's another player just on the other side of the cage, but it's a bit of a dicey battle. In fact, the Hot Hands is going to deny him any further presence. Great work from TSM with this aggressive start to the half, and well, it leaves only 3 players trying to survive versus the 5.
Asuna moving in quick. The curveball coming in leaves him completely blind. Drone is there. The door gets shut, and so does the proverbial window on the opportunity as TSM picks up a flawless victory in the 3rd round. Sabrosa hiding currently in Wine Cellar. Might get the timing on this. You know he wants to peek on that. Gets 3 kill. Blinds up another one as well. The spray transfer doesn't work out so nicely. But Asuna's gonna have to heal up. The Hot Hands go down on the ground as damage was dealt. Wardell is here with back-to-back shots, both clipping through the edge of the wall. Drone with the follow-up. 4 rounds in a row here for TSM.
That in their direction. It looks like they're gonna challenge, but look at where the defense currently is waiting. They're gonna get aggressive again. I am loving this style of play currently coming out from TSM. They are disrupting their opponents, but JC Stani gets a double. Trade quickly from Drone, but he shouldn't be allowed to escape. However, the missed shot will allow him to get around the corner. Eventually, he's closed out by Dicey's, but it might be a little bit too late. It ends in a 2 versus 2. Hayes actually still with a Spectre in hand. There's plenty of other weapons to have, but to be honest, at this closer range, it's not that much of a detriment.
There's the smokes coming out from the Jet, creating a moment of safety for them to access the site. The tripwire gives away the position of Dicey. He's trying to take that tripwire out so he doesn't get stunned.
Plays, even having an ace. We are going to see Fury utilized, and again, it's aggressive plays. I really am enjoying this look of TSM. They're almost playing this like an old school Cash, where you just push everywhere, you fight every angle, you don't allow anything, and Hayes is still hitting shots, keeping up his form. Nice shot from Gangster though. However, he shouldn't be allowed to survive much longer. 6-0.
Absolutely been on the rise. We'll see if the same thing can occur for Immortals here as they're facing off against TSM. Asuna's going to go ahead and pop, run it back, trying to charge into the site. Neural Theft going to be popping as well. There's the orbital strike coming in towards the site. Drone's found 2. Dicey with a pickoff, but Cutler is there with a follow-up. It's Asuna now in a 1-on-2. It was a 1-on-3. He's got the Hot Hands trying to flush Cutler out of the corner. He knows he's got him inside that cyber cage. It's all going to come down to timing on the peak, but the old dog still knows a few tricks. Cutler with the pickup. 7 straight rounds for TSM inside the cyber cage to keep them honest, and the shots right on the money. Dicey takes one to the dome through the floor. JC standing with a follow-up, but it's Cutler now with the op to pick one up of his own. It's Gangsta who goes down. Up in heaven, it's Wardell, and he switches to the sidearm. Doesn't work out so well for him. Asuna over in long with the Sheriff getting flanked by Hayes. The Neural Theft gonna give away the last position. It's JC standing on the site with the Sheriff. Great retake coming in from TSM. Sure, they lose 2 bodies, but it starts with that quick shot through the floor from Wardell. Rotate over as well, so they've got 2 players here. They do catch one on the tripwire. The door is gonna be shut. The spike will be planted momentarily. Cutler, though, taken out, as is Drone, and it puts all the pressure on one player. Who would you want it to be other than this one? It's Wardell, operator coming through in heaven. 2 targets staring down that territory. Spots the hat of the brim, and it's a quick shot on the JC Stanley. Smokes go down. The glass is broken, so Wardell tries to sneak his way out. Kohler times the peak perfectly. Finally, Immortals get themselves on the board. As you can see, it's the Omen and the Cypher. Cutler and Hayes, the two vets trying to work their way back into A.
Cover going out.
This looks like a pretty bleak position, especially with the Cypher now set up on the other side. And in fact, Kohler's going to get aggressive. I think Cutler's just made that decision to fall back out. The tripwire just used to make sure nobody can follow. In fact, Kohler's going to do it anyway. Thick round from what we've seen so far from TSM. Much more passive, much more normal, I want to say. And now the Hunter's Fury coming out. This could be ideal from Drone. He does a decent amount of damage, and in fact, it's given his teammates the space. And Hayes is actually going to be able to escape into the spawn. I think it's been spotted. However, there's still a second player to have to worry about. The ultimate goes through. It's actually stop Rosa come back again. I don't even think they know the Cutler's at the back of the site. They'll finish things off in a 9-3 half. A great defense coming out from TSM.
Both here backing up this A site, so this is a 3-player hold with a passive mid presence. Sabrosa quickly picks off Asuna, so that's a problem. But Dicey over towards the arch in grass, able to pick off Drone, who's trying to come through from Catwalk. So a trade back and forth. TSM still trying to go on the advance.
Oh, here we go. The curveball was spot on. It's a quick trade early on. JC pushes through, but he whiffs. It was only a 20 HP Haze. He had the spike as well, but it's fallen apart. 2 versus 3. Dart at least gives them a little bit of information, but since that point, we've seen pretty much everybody move. Just a bullet onto 2, make that 3. In fact, that these players with the Cypher on the other side also low. Barely any health across the board, but good positioning from Hayes. He's not even going to spot the man above him, but they had the information, but everybody now is tagged. It's left on to Gangster to try and turn this around, but the drop-off would almost certainly mean his doom, and I think he's realized this as well. That is such a horribly placed dart cover. There's not even really anything he can do about it. Just trying to use the sensor dart to work out where the remainders are, and he will. But unfortunately, at this point, I think the time has ticked away, and Cutler will get the kill anyway.
That's the rest of the team, so they've now got control of defense spawn, and they can go to A or B.
Yeah, Wardell's also just lurking a little bit further behind, so Kohler thinks he's safe. Drone styling on him at this point. Quick flicks to finish off this round, and while Gangster, he at least get one. I want to see a shorty kill. Of course, the spike is going back in the other direction, so they don't really have a need to push this. And while Wardell, a slight range advantage there, is going to give them their 11th flawlessly.
Bait her, and that beam of light goes up into the sky. That's what happens if all three of us touch heads. It's just a huge beam of light goes up into the sky, and we can stop or create the apocalypse with that ball power.
Definitely create. Oh, once again, we're going to see this fast take into the A site, but JC's there this time, and he's hitting his shots. Back on the board once again, a double. Exactly when they need it. Even going to see Asuna get a bit more aggressive as well, and it leaves just one man standing. He was the clutch meister in the first, but he's not quite going to be able to do it in this round. It is 12-4, still a mountain to climb.
Up on A long. Here comes the ult coming in, the Hunter's Fury sending pulses out. One will connect with Asuna. He's trying to dodge it. Blinds himself, but gets taken down by Sabrosa. It's JC Stani with a quick trade. Kohler goes through the dark cover and picks up 2. It's down to now 2 on the other side. They've got spike control. So what do they decide to do? They're going to shuffle on over to the B site, where defense has currently disappeared as they stacked all their chips over on the A site.
Through the mid-market. It will have already dissipated, just trying to clear out towards the long B, but there is Hayes to get one. Tagged up though, so they have the information of where he's going to be. Looking for the peak, he's not going to be able to find it, and now it's left on to Cutler, trying to hold the line. He sprays down 2. This might just be possible after all. Our board brother looking to try and hold on, and I think he might have done it just based off the time. He has to get on that defusal, and I'm not sure it's going to be enough. It's going to be incredibly close. No, it's done. It is finished. It is Cutler with the 1 versus 3 and the spike to help him out. TSM, they take themselves the victory in dominant fashion, and well done, Cutler.